Imagine a massive cargo plane, a Boeing 747-200F, soaring through the sky. This is the journey of Korean Air Cargo Flight 8509. On September 22, 1999, it took off from London Stansted Airport. What followed was a catastrophic turn of events. Shortly after takeoff, the plane began to spiral out of control. Why did this happen? A faulty attitude indicator sent pilots into a dangerous situation. Let's unpack the key elements of this incident. First, understanding the aircraft itself is crucial. The Boeing 747-200F is a wide-body freighter. Known for its reliability, it usually operates flawlessly. However, all machines can encounter failures. Next, let's delve into the attitude indicator. It's crucial for pilots. This gauge displays the aircraft's orientation. In this case, the indicator malfunctioned. The pilots misinterpreted the aircraft's position, leading to chaos. As the plane climbed, the pilots initiated a turn. But the faulty indicator showed the wrong information. This caused the aircraft to roll unexpectedly. The unfortunate consequence was a loss of control. At this point, the situation turned dire. The crew fought to regain aircraft control. Unfortunately, the plane banked steeply, making recovery impossible. This tragedy reminds us of the importance of reliable instruments. Let's consider a relatable comparison. Imagine driving a car. If your speedometer lies, you might speed or slow down excessively. Just like this, if pilots can't trust their instruments, accidents can occur. In summary, Korean Air Cargo Flight 8509 offers vital lessons. Equipment reliability is essential for safety. Accurate indicators save lives. Pilots rely on instruments to navigate and manage emergencies. The incident also reinforces the importance of regular maintenance. Aircraft need frequent inspections to ensure all systems perform correctly. Only then can we avoid similar tragedies. Now, we encourage you to learn more about aviation safety. Understand how airlines work to prevent accidents. Subscribe to our channel for more insights into aviation history. Join us in honoring the memory of those lost. Thank you for watching. As the chaos unfolded in the cockpit, the crew communicated urgently, their voices laced with tension. "We've lost control. Initiate emergency procedures." One pilot shouted, the gravity of their situation sinking in. With every second counting, they desperately sought solutions amid the alarming alerts blaring around them. The aircraft continued to bank, the world outside a blur as the pilots struggled against the pull of gravity. "Pull up! Pull up!" cried the co-pilot, fighting to maintain focus despite the overwhelming fear. They scanned their instruments frantically, fighting against the instinct to panic, but without the accurate information they relied upon, hope began to dwindle. The aircraft was now in a terrifying descent, the engines roaring as the pilots battled to regain control. "We're losing altitude fast," the captain yelled, heart racing as he fought to stabilize the plane. Each second felt like an eternity as he reconfigured the controls, attempting to counter the erroneous reading. The landscape below rushed closer, a stark reminder of their precarious situation. With their training and instincts guiding them, they pushed all their effort into salvaging the flight, hoping against hope that they could steer it back from the brink. The turbulence intensified as the 747-200F plummeted. The co-pilot, clutching the controls, shouted, "Focus on the horizon. We need to level out." They shared a determined glance, as if silently agreeing to fight against the odds. Each second brought new challenges, and with every jolt, the stakes grew higher. Adjust throttle. Increase power? The captain commanded, pouring every ounce of energy into the failing aircraft. They felt the weight of their responsibility, knowing lives hung in the balance as they struggled against forces unseen. The world around them twisted into chaos, but they remained resolute, unwilling to surrender to fate. Each decision made was critical, as the aircraft danced dangerously close to disaster. With instincts honed from years of training, the crew clung to their resolve, battling the rogue elements while hope flickered like a distant star amidst the storm. Hold steady. The captain urged, trying to maintain his composure as the plane shook violently. With each alarm ringing in their ears, the urgency magnified, survival hinged on their next move. The co-pilot's grip tightened around the yoke, every muscle straining against the aircraft's erratic behavior. "If we can just buy a little more time," he murmured, eyes darting between the instruments and the chaotic sky. Outside their cockpit, clouds raced past like angry spirits, mirroring the tempest within their hearts. Time slipped away, and with it, the last flickers of hope as they waged their desperate struggle against the inevitable. In the end, the bravery and dedication of the crew will be remembered, as they fought valiantly against overwhelming odds, yet it serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life in aviation. The lessons learned underscore the critical importance of trust in instruments, and the need for continued vigilance in the pursuit of safety. As the aircraft continued its perilous trajectory, alarms blared a cacophony of warnings, each sound a reminder of the urgency of their predicament. The captain, focused and unyielding, shouted over the din, "Position the flaps. We need every ounce of lift." He fought against the chaos, instinct guiding him even as his heart raced with fear. The co-pilot nodded sharply, his determination palpable even in the face of despair. "Flaps adjusting now," he affirmed, hands moving deftly across the controls, trusting their training. Outside, the clouds engulfed the plane, a swirling tempest that mirrored their struggle for survival. Each moment felt heavier than the last as they strained to regain control, the ground looming ever closer. In a final push against the challenges starting to envelop them, the co-pilot's voice rose, filled with fierce resolve, "We can't give in now. Think, what's our next maneuver?" The captain's mind raced, calculating each possibility. "We have to angle up. Trust the experience." His hands gripped the yoke tighter, anchoring his focus despite the terrifying descent. Each decision weighed heavily on their shoulders, and they understood the immense responsibility of their roles. Glancing at the failing instruments, the co-pilot adjusted his priorities in light of the unpredictability. "We'll feel the turbulence, but stay with me," he urged, sure that collective determination would outlast uncertainty. As their plane descended deeper into the storm, the last glimmers of hope ignited a fierce will to survive, a testament to their unwavering commitment to each other and the lives on board. The instruments flickered erratically, a reflection of the chaos inside the cockpit. "I can't trust the readings anymore," the co-pilot shouted, determination clashing with desperation. "Let's rely on our gut instincts." The captain met his gaze, understanding the dire stakes they faced. "Right. We need to feel the aircraft," he responded, pulling back slightly on the controls as they attacked the turbulence together, navigating not only a flight but their own fears. Outside, the storm swirled furiously, flashes of lightning illuminating the clouds that threatened to swallow them whole. In that moment, they embraced the adrenaline that coursed through them, a reminder of their shared purpose, to protect those on board. "Stay steady," the captain commanded, adjusting the throttle to counter the unpredictable forces at play. With every ounce of strength, the crew pushed against the odds, redefining their limits as they forged ahead together. The ground rushed closer, yet a flicker of resilience ignited their spirits, uniting them in their battle against fate. As the horizon blurred beneath them, the co-pilot's voice pierced through the chaos. "We're entering a crucial stage. Maintain altitude as long as possible." A rush of adrenaline surged within both pilots as they fought to defy gravity, grasping tightly to the hope that they might regain stability. The captain nodded, his brow furrowed in concentration. "Adjust to a higher throttle. We need to counter the downward pull." Fingers trembled but steadied on the throttles as raw determination took over. Outside, the elements raged, buffeting the aircraft, while inside, the tension was palpable, a silent battle against an unforgiving foe. They drew strength from one another, united by a singular goal. "Trust in each other, we will overcome this," the captain declared, their voices steeled against the storm. As if sensing their resolve, the aircraft quivered under its strain, an echo of their collective will to rise above. With hearts pounding in synchrony, they recalibrated their focus, determined to navigate through the tumult. Each passing second promised an uncertain future, yet within that uncertainty lay a fierce desire to continue the fight against fate. The co-pilot strained against the yoke, his eyes narrowed in concentration as he shouted over the noise, "We're losing altitude too quickly. We need a radical change." The captain, voice fierce with urgency, replied, "Initiate a steep climb. We must fight back." With sweat beading on their foreheads, they executed their maneuver, the engines straining as they pushed the aircraft's limits. The plane shuddered violently, a reflection of their determined struggle against the merciless storm. "Keep it steady," the captain urged, gritting his teeth as they felt the strain of centrifugal force pulling them in every direction. "Adjust the ailerons." The co-pilot's fingers danced over the controls, muscle memory and sheer will guiding him amidst the chaos engulfing them. Outside, the turbulent skies roared, a deafening reminder of the relentless challenges they faced. They exchanged a glance, silent affirmation knitting their bond tighter, knowing that their continued courage depended on unwavering trust and the skills honed through experience. "If we can just hold this climb a bit longer," the captain muttered, clenching his jaw, hopeful against overwhelming odds. The sound of wind rushing past amplified their turmoil, but together, they summoned every ounce of determination to fight against fate. The aircraft shuddered violently as they fought to maintain the climb, the storm raging outside a mere echo of the brewing tempest within their minds. "We need to keep our altitude above the terrain," the captain shouted, desperation creeping into his voice. The co-pilot's fingers danced over the controls, adjusting the thrust in response to the captain's command. "Throttles up. We've got to push harder," he affirmed, locking eyes with his captain, the fire of resolve igniting between them. The plane wobbled in the turbulent air, each bump serving as a harsh reminder of their fragile situation. "This is it, we can't back down now," the captain urged, galvanizing their spirits. The cockpit filled with urgency, a synchronized rhythm between pilot and co-pilot as they struggled for a glimmer of hope against the unforgiving forces of nature. They could feel the weight of lives in their hands, the responsibility drove them forward. "Trust your training. Remember what we practiced," the co-pilot reminded, his voice steady, embodying their shared commitment. The captain nodded, and together they forged ahead, united against the daunting odds as they refused to succumb to despair, keeping their faith in each other and their skills in this critical moment. "Keep pushing. We're not giving up," the captain insisted, digging his heels into the moment. The cockpit trembled under their resolve, a testament to human spirit laid bare in the face of nature's fury. "Adjust course slightly to the right," he commanded, attempting to navigate through the churning clouds. We'll ride this storm out. Trust your instincts. Every sound, a clicking switch, a rising alarm, the roar of the engines, served as a backdrop to their unwavering determination. The chaos outside was overwhelming, but inside the cockpit, they honed their focus, ready to face whatever lay ahead. As the storm finally began to wane, the aircraft leveled off, a sigh of relief echoed in the cockpit. The co-pilot, breathless with exhaustion yet exhilarated, turned to the captain and said, "We did it. We fought through the worst." They shared a moment of pride, a testament to their